Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using The Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. Is that right side up? All right, the companion book is by Barbara Moore. What I'm looking for is this. Llewellyn.com is the website. I believe the updated website is usgamesinc.com. Feel free to check that out or just search up Cyril. You should find it fairly easy. If you're interested, naturally. Naturally. Okay. Supportive Oracle Cards. Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Their website here. HayHouseRadio.com is what it shows, but if you just do HayHouse.com, I believe that'll show you stuff. Or naturally, if you look up Sandra Ann Taylor and Energy Oracle Cards, you should easily find stuff for Sandra. Are we good? We are good. Why do I want to use this one first? I will. Okay. It's whatever's around you. You're fine. You're fine. You're gonna be fine. Maybe okay, what's going on with this? What is this? What's going on here? You're fine. You may not need to say what you... Okay. This is what's not working. In what sense? Like, I don't think you need to be saying anything. I feel like you need to let other people learn their tough lessons. I mean, Scorpio makes it through the tough lessons, and you get stronger, right? I don't know. I feel like Scorpio goes through it. And you grow, you continue, and you go through it again. I get that. When I say go through it, though, I feel like things that you go through and you make it through, not everybody can. And I feel like you know that. You're like, yeah, you're pretty strong, and you've learned to make it through some stuff. Just the way things have happened, it was either pass or fail, and you've passed. You've gotten this far, and you're going to keep going. I mean, you literally have gotten this far. You're watching this video, so... You're making it. Other people, it's kind of like, yeah, but they could kind of crumble and fall apart. I feel like also something I'm getting here is like trying to help others get through certain situations. Some people, they link up, they get it, they can make it. Other people, you can tell them how you do it, and they're going to fall flat on their face. It's just not going to work for them. This situation, something is very random. I feel like somebody's listening to the group, or this is the problem. I feel like this is the problem. It's not always the problem, but in this situation, listening to the group, maybe listening to friends, doing what the group is doing, following the crowd, this is really what's going to cause them problems. I feel like this is one of those things where I've learned this lesson, I know this doesn't work well, and I'm trying to tell them. But sometimes you have to go the hard route to learn the hard lesson so you don't repeat the lesson. It might be one of those things. Somebody very strong is influencing them. This is also not working well. Somebody very strong is influencing them. And I feel like you're trying to warn them. Yeah, I understand they have a very strong voice. They're very powerful. They got all this energy going towards you. But I feel like you're saying, yeah, but that doesn't mean you should do it. You can either fight the current, go with the current, or get out of the current. That's how it's coming through to me. Go against the current, go with the current, or just literally get out of the current. I feel like that's a third option with, like, if you have that river analogy. It's like you can flow with the river, you can try to flow against the river, or you can literally get out of the river, whatever that means. Whatever that means. Take that with a grain of salt. Like taking a time out. Just be careful with that, whatever that means. They're going along with the pack. It's not good. It's really not good, but I feel like you're like, yeah, I know that. If this is hitting, you're going to be like, well, yeah, I know that. I know that. You want success for them. You definitely want success. And I'm getting, long run, yeah, they have success, but maybe this is one of those times where they have to fail so that later they succeed. I think you follow me on that. It's kind of like, let's use a really simple analogy. It's kind of like following the crowd in grade school. and realizing that's just like you're burning your biscuits over it. It's not good. Like I feel like if that's where you're gonna learn that, maybe that's a better place. Hopefully, I mean, hopefully it's not a devastating loss. But like everybody's gonna like cheat on the math quiz, and then everybody pays the price for cheating on the math quiz. And then, who knows, maybe then there's question, like, how much did you cheat? How much do you really know? And they decide, you know what, we're going to hold this whole group of people back because we think you've been cheating, so you have to redo it. And that's very devastating. But it's better for that to happen in grade school and learn that hard lesson in grade school rather than learning it later in life at a job where it costs you your job and costs you your income. Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So they might have to fail now so they can pass later. I feel like that might happen. Because I feel like success is going to show up later. And I feel like, all right, well, that lesson was rough. But I feel like Scorpio gets that. Like sometimes you got to learn the rough lesson and then you don't forget it. School of Hard Knocks is very powerful. Rough. Very rough. I feel like we all go there. I feel like we all enjoy the School of Hard Knocks sooner or later. And some of us repeatedly. Some of us, that's all we do. Some of us, that's all we do. I hope I'm not one of those people, but because whatever they're doing here, there's gonna be a balance, a payoff. All right, let's just pick up the cards. They're gonna wish they didn't do what they did, and they're gonna have to make it right. So I gave one analogy with the cheating on the math quiz and making it right. It might be repeating that grade. The other version I'm getting of this is causing some type of property damage and having to pay for it. I don't know why I'm getting property damage, but like there's a balance coming out of this. And they don't like paying the balance, whatever it is. They don't like it. They're not supposed to like it, though. That's the point of the lesson. You do this, that happens. You don't like that happens, don't do it. Sometimes life is simple like that. Not always. Not always. True. At the very least, the way it was done didn't work. So doing it a different way. You don't like that, don't do it. You don't like the way that worked out, don't do that. It seems simple, but I feel like this is going to make sense if you're seeing it happen. This is literally what's coming in. This is helping. This is good. They're learning it. They're learning, hey, I thought I could just do that. This is also, I'm getting another analogy, which I hate this one. It comes in every now and then. Using your rent money for bottle service at a bar or something like that, and you're blowing your rent money, and then when rent comes around, you're like, uh-oh. That's a really rough one. That's a really scary one, in my opinion. It works out a few different ways. But I feel like you do that once or twice, I'd like to say. Some people do it more than that, but I know. Let's just say you do it once or twice and it's like, well, that was really not fun. So now that I have to pick up my own mess, unless you have somebody to pick it up for you. And maybe is this a thing? Are you dealing with somebody who, like, you've been bailing them out? And maybe this is the time you don't bail them out and you're just kind of like, I guess we'll see how it plays out. We'll see what goes from there. If they get evicted, I guess I'll find them a place to live. Something like that, or I'll do what I can for them. I don't think it'll get that far. But like, it's kind of like they need that fear of somebody not picking it up for them. Maybe that's the thing. Because I see the Empress coming in here for you too. Have you been bailing this person out? Is it time to stop bailing this person out? Because you can keep an eye on it. Total devastation won't happen, but maybe they need to stress and freak out and really feel that fear so they realize, hey, Scorpio's not always going to be there to fix my shortcomings or my whims, or just because I don't want responsibility, maybe Scorpio will pick up the slack for me. Maybe not. Yet you'll still be in a position where you can kind of oversee the whole thing and kind of like, well, I'll make sure it doesn't completely go to ruin, but a little extra fear there might be a good thing. I know that sounds harsh, but that's what I'm getting. The Empress is I love the Empress card, very smart. This is one who takes care of themselves as well as other people. That's when this card really is it's optimal. You make sure that they take care of themselves and that they look out for you too, kind of like, listen, I can't just always be taking care of you. And part of how you're taking care of yourself is, keeping an eye on the situation and making this person evolve forward so you don't feel like you have to constantly keep an eye on them. so they don't go into ruin. They're going to realize what they chose was not the door to value because it's upside down. I think it's funny that it came out in upside down. And they'll get a lot stronger. That's literally the strength card. They will figure out what they need to do, and they will do what they need to do. This will get better, and this will be a lesson that sticks, and sticks probably for the rest of their life. You got the King of Pentacles coming in, solidifying, doing things better. Are they going to give you, like, how does this affect you? I'm thinking this is good, but just in case, I'm getting like a little bit of a... They're going to be... They might have more control. They got the Three of Wands, and the 15 is the Devil card. This might put a little distance between you and them. I don't feel like that's a bad thing. I feel like they're going to do a lot more work to stabilize their own situation so they don't end up in this quandary again. And maybe they're not going to ask you for as much help going down the line. They might have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder about that. I don't think that's bad, though. I think long term, there's more success for them. This is what's going to turn things in their favor, and they're going to get a lot more success. Yeah, they got the Hierophant, too. There's a lot of earth coming in. Once they fix it, they're going to be very animate about this is how it's done. They may not want your help after this. They have long-term success because of it. I don't think that's bad. I see you kind of like looking at it like, well, I still would like to help them, but if they won't accept my help, at least I know they're okay, but I'm still close enough to keep an eye on it if I need to. The contract seems like it's been fulfilled. I don't know what that means. You're not over the moon, but it's not bad. I feel like I'm looking at this like, well, that's good. I enjoyed being more of a connected part of this situation before, but I feel like they're becoming more self-sufficient. And I feel like I'm stepping from the outside and I'm realizing that this is going the way it should have. And this is not a bad thing. It's going much better. I feel like it's going much better. The outcome does seem like it's kind of like this person is being very, very self-sufficient and they're demanding that things are working out right. It's like they go from not having enough responsibility to like, well, if I'm going to have the responsibility, I'm doing it all by myself. It's kind of like they're skirting around responsibilities. They go from that to like, well, then everything is mine and I'm going to make sure it works out and I'm in control of everything. They go from like one extreme to the other is what it feels like. But it's a better part of that extreme, at least for the time being. Later on, another piece of the puzzle will come in and they'll get tempered down a little bit later, but that's for later. Right now, we got to get to this part. That's what I feel going on here anyway. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.